What's up, you guys, and thank you for tuning in to another video with the Fat Gay. My name's Isaac, and today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips for Orangetheory Fitness beginners. Now, before we get started, I can say this because I am still technically an Orangetheory Fitness beginner, and I can tell you the things we're going to talk about in this video today are things that have helped me tremendously and have really kind of helped acclimate me to this process and to this community and really get into a flow that works best for me. Now, as you guys know, it can be really daunting to start a new program, especially a new gym, and something like Orangetheory Fitness is a little scary. However, it's something that I love, I'm extremely excited about, and I've been going for almost 2 months now, and I can tell you that I am extremely excited. So I have lost 40 pounds in the 2 months that I've been going to Orangetheory Fitness. So previously in my other videos, I did say that I wasn't going to announce my weight publicly, but you know what? It is on my Instagram, so I guess I'll include it right now. So when I started Orangetheory Fitness, I did weigh 372 pounds, and as someone who is 5'4", you can only imagine how difficult that was for me, especially starting a new workout routine. However, something that I am really grateful for is the fact that they didn't turn me away. They didn't tell me, hey, this isn't something for you, or you should maybe try something different. They worked with me, and I'm extremely grateful. So as of today, after Thanksgiving, may I add, I do weigh 332 pounds. So my goal for right now is going to be getting out of the 300s. And then as I get there, I'll make another goal and kind of just work slowly instead of just saying my goal weight is... You got excited for that one, didn't you? Is, you know, like 178.7 pounds, you know, whatever. But that is kind of where I'm at right now. Hello? Do you see that I'm busy? I'm busy. Say hi, Luca. Come. Say hi. I know. Alright, get down. Get down. So jumping into some tips that have really helped me and have helped me kind of get used to Orangetheory Fitness and make the transition easy for me. Starting off is going to be number 1 is going to be pre-book your classes. And when I say pre-book your classes, I'm not just talking 2 or 3 days in advance. I'm talking about 2 or 3 weeks in advance. Especially now with the holidays coming up and us jumping into the new year, you don't want to get stuck on a wait list for something that you really want to get done. You don't want any excuses or anything that's going to prevent you from getting to the classes that work with your schedule and that are going to help you kind of develop a routine and work in progress. As I've shown you in some of our previous videos, and I'll upload a little video right here, we have the ability to go through and look at the schedule, choose the coach that we're going to be working out with, and find a time slot that works best for us. And that's one of the things that I love the most about Orangetheory Fitness. So when you pre-book your classes in advance, you don't have to worry about competing with other people, you know, on a wait list. You're jumping in and, you know, okay, Monday through Friday, I go to the 7 o'clock class. Typically on Fridays, I do work from home on my day job, so I like to do that 45-minute class on Fridays. So find something that works for you, utilize that feature, and kind of find a flow of something that you're gonna really do well with. Now, if you're anything like me, and I know I've talked about this in another video too, when I did my OTF review, is that it also helps with accountability, because you know you have that 8-hour window. If you do not cancel or change your class within 8 hours of that scheduled class that you registered for, there is a $12 fee, and I don't like paying $12 fees, okay? I don't. And I am proud to say that I have not incurred another fee since my last video where I told you that I had incurred 2. I've been very consistent and trying to stick with it. So pre-book your classes, make sure that you find a time slot that works best for you, and, you know, stick to it. If there's a specific time that you like to go to the gym, or there's something that really helps you stay consistent, leave that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it, and maybe I could try something different. Next tip that I'm gonna really talk to you about is one that, you know, you'd think is pretty basic, but honestly, it's something that I struggled with when I first started, and that is not to be afraid to ask for modifications, especially on the weight floor. I mean, because it really isn't a modification for the treads or the rower. You know, trust me, if there was a modification for the rower, I would have found it by now. But you know, I digress. Don't be afraid to ask for modifications, especially me right now. You guys know that I am on the fluffier end of the spectrum, and there are certain workouts that I either I don't feel comfortable doing yet, or that seem a little too difficult for me, or that my body gets in the way, and sometimes the modifications are just as difficult. So there have been times where I'm like, I would really like to ask the coach if there's something else that I could do, because I don't feel like I'm getting a good workout in, and I've stayed quiet, and that really doesn't hurt anybody but ourselves, right? So something that I'm gonna really encourage you guys to stick with is going to be, if you feel like you can't do something and you're like, this is too much, my body no like it, which happens, okay? Hi. Is going to be to, hey, coach, I need a modification. I am really struggling with this, and they're gonna tell you, all right, let's find something else that can work the similar muscle groups and help you be, and that are gonna help you be successful. So don't be afraid to ask those things. The coaches are there to help you, and they're gonna find something to work. The last thing that they want is for you to try to do something that you are not ready for and get hurt, or kind of just not be successful in your workout goals. So don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid to look over and be like, how many reps are we doing? Because they're gonna help you with that as well. Okay, so don't be afraid. That's one of the great things about Orangetheory Fitness, is that you have those people there as resources to help you. So make sure that if you have questions, or if you'd like to change something, or if you'd like to find another route that you take up on those things, utilize that and go forth and conquer. Next up, use your coaches as a resource. Now, I have a great home gym with a lot of people there that are really helpful, and I have learned that it's better to just go there and ask questions that you have. Hey coach, am I doing this wrong? Don't wait for someone to notice that you maybe have bad form. If you're doing a workout and it seems easy, 9 times out of 10, either your weight is too low or you're doing it incorrectly. They have a lot of people that they're looking at, and it's possible that they're gonna not see you do something incorrectly. And there have been a couple of times where I'm like, hey coach, I don't think I'm doing this right. Can you help me? And they're like, yeah, you need to, bring your hips up, or tighten up your booty, or put your shoulders back, or change your arm positions. Those are all things that are really help you make sure that you're doing those workouts correctly. So if you have questions, or if something just isn't working the way that you should, I would really suggest that you take it up and ask your coaches to help you, because that's what they're there for. Next up, and this one, it sucks a little bit because it's a harder thing for some people, especially for those of us that are on a budget. But if it's any consolation, something that I just recently had to do, and it really has helped me, and that is going to be to invest in a good pair of shoes for the gym, especially for those of us that are heavier and that are putting a lot of pressure on our joints and our feet on the treadmills and the rower. It's important that you have a pair of shoes that are really going to not be an obstacle for you, or going to help you be successful. Now, granted, we are extremely fortunate that the treadmills at Orangetheory are low impact and are not as bad as some of the other ones out there. However, it is important that you are taking care of your feet. So what I would suggest is find a shoe or a running store that specializes in people getting fitted for a pair of shoes. They have a lot of great options. I tried something local to our area, which is called Fleet Feet. I'll leave a link in the description box below for their website. I went there. It was a great experience. They did the scanner thing on my feet. Which was, a little weird, because they're like, oh, you have white feet. I'm like, oh, really? I didn't know. Anyway, they watched me walk, which is also another weird thing, because you're like walking barefoot through a store, and they're just like looking at your, your toesies, and like on their little iPad thing, and like taking, but it's something that I would highly suggest. They were able to tell me that, the shoes that I had originally picked out for myself, weren't a great fit, so I ended up going with a pair of Sauconys. I'm not exactly sure what they're called or what they sound like, and they don't look like what they used to look like. Apparently they've kind of changed their mission over the years. It really was a game changer for me and really did help me, and I felt a lot better during my workout. So definitely something that I would suggest. Next up is going to be, don't like that either. No, I don't. Next up is going to be something that I have recently learned myself, and that is going to be to make friends, talk to people. If you're on a schedule like me, because I am a creature of habit, you're realizing and you start to notice that you're working out with the same people consistently, with the exception of a few people that are trying something different, or visiting the gym, or that are newer. You're working out with these people on a regular basis. So there's a couple of individuals that I've met that are super sweet and that have really been great, and it kind of helps me be held accountable too, right? Because like, if I miss a Tuesday, they're like, where were you? And I'm like, I was sleeping. Whatever the case may be, it's important that you have that opportunity to kind of build up relationships with the people that you're in these classes with, and help yourself be held accountable by just working with those individuals, and getting to know the people you work with and have fun. I'm definitely that person that's standing outside the gym talking to your workout buddy outside and dog hair, commiserating about the burpees that you had to do that day. So it's definitely gonna help you. Would highly suggest it. And last, but certainly not least, this is something that, again, may be kind of simple or obvious, but I would definitely suggest it. And that is going to be, go easy on yourself and to not overdo it. Because let me tell you, this estúpido aquí decided that I'm gonna go 6 times this week, for my friend Joanna, who was doing her first class on a Saturday, and I decided to join her because I'm nice. So I did that 6-day week, and on the Monday where I went back, holy crap polies, okay, I felt it. I was tired, my body was worn out, and I just wasn't giving myself enough rest. So find something that works for you. I do 5 days a week currently. My goal is, if I can get 5 in, I'm super happy. If I do at least 4, then I know that I'm doing what I have to do. But typically I do 5 days a week. 6 days for me is a no-no. I'm not there yet. So it's not something that I will be doing in the future. But that's something that I would really suggest, is to find something that works for you. Whether it's 3 days, 2 days, once a week, whatever it is, get yourself into a habit. Do something that works for your body before you start getting crazy with it. And don't do something that's eventually going to discourage you. If you overwork yourself, you're probably gonna feel fatigued, and you're not gonna have the rest that you really need, and that's gonna make it difficult for you. So definitely would avoid that. All right, you guys, and that's pretty much everything for today. If you have some suggestions that you would like to make for new people starting in the Orangetheory gym world, leave a comment in the comment section down below. I am happy to announce that from now on, every Thursday I will be uploading an OTF related video from here moving forward. So Mondays will be our regular videos that I'll be talking about my weight loss journey, and then Thursdays will be an Orangetheory Fitness specific video, which I'm really excited about this new series that I'm going to be putting out there. If you have anything that you would like to see, or if there's any content that you look forward to, especially in relation to Orangetheory Fitness, also leave that in the comment section below. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content in the future, hit that subscribe button below, and even the bell icon to get notifications for when I post new videos. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great one.